In Sri Lanka, the world-famous Ceylon tea industry is facing the harsh impacts of the war in West Asia. The Iran crisis is now disrupting exports, raising costs and putting pressure on millions of people who depend on the trade for their livelihood. More in our next report.
Lush green hills and endless rows of mist-covered tea bushes have long defined Sri Lanka's central highlands. The country is one of the world's largest tea exporters, contributing around 5% of global tea production. In the South Asian region, Sri Lanka holds the spot for the biggest tea exporter after India, with Ceylon tea continuing to be one of its most recognized global brands. The industry is worth about $1.5 billion and employs more than 2 million people across the island nation. Now, the war in West Asia is shaking this pivotal economic pillar, causing instability and distress to local livelihoods. Iran has been one of the biggest buyers of Sri Lankan tea for a long time. However, since the outbreak of the war, demand from the Iranian market has come to a complete halt. In fact, nearly half of the Ceylon tea exports are shipped to West Asian nations, making the region critical for Sri Lanka's tea trade. But now, the scenario is a bit different. According to the state-run Export Development Board, in March, Sri Lanka's tea export earnings fell more than 17% year-on-year. Exports to Iran dropped by 38%, while exports to the United Arab Emirates fell by a massive 93%.
28th of February is when it happened. So the following auction, there was a drop in tea prices, which would have been, like about 20% drop in the prices, as well as there were about 20% teas which was not sold at the auction. So that's how it started. Since then, things have changed. There has been more demand. I wouldn't say it's from Iran. Iran is fully stocked, but there is other markets which has bought our teas, and gradually we see week in, week out improvement for the demand at the auctions.
The crisis has also created logistical chaos. Shipping routes have become uncertain because of disruption in the Strait of Hormuz, freight costs have surged, and many companies are now re-establishing their supply chains and are forced to look for new markets in North America and South America.
We have seen a challenge in terms of logistics, supply chain, both raw materials and in terms of our export logistics. So, while there is no change in consumption patterns, certainly in the Gulf, the hospitality is affected, Dubai, Saudi and so on, significant markets for premium hospitality, all affected by the ongoing crisis. That is probably the significant effect.
In the tea estates of Hayton, workers say the war is now changing their daily lives. For the families working in the tea estates and living on low wages, rising prices are making survival even harder.
It's difficult. There are expenses for my son and expenses for my daughter. Because of that, this isn't enough, sir. Despite that, we somehow manage to survive with the money we have.
Fuel prices have surged by more than 30% since late February, and cooking gas prices have also jumped sharply. Many estate workers are living on limited resources in order to cut down their expenses.
Prices have gone up a lot because of the war. The price of gas has increased. It's difficult for us to afford it now. Because gas is so expensive, we are cooking with firewood instead.
Despite the hardships, they continue to work long hours on the plantations, hoping to provide a better future for their children.
I am doing this job and I will continue doing this work. The reason I am working hard in this estate is because I want my children to have a better life. I want to educate them and take them to a good position in life. That is my hope.
For decades, Ceylon tea has been one of Sri Lanka's strongest global identities. But today, the industry is being forced to adapt to a world increasingly shaped by conflict and economic uncertainty. From global exporters to workers in the hills of Hayton and the countless people directly or indirectly affected by the war, everyone continues their fight against the current circumstances, holding on to the belief that better days lie ahead, waiting for peace and stability to prevail across the world.